Hey everyone, I'm Diana. I'm a three-time startup PM and I've now co-founded my own startup, and I follow a lot of B2B SaaS companies so that you don't have to.
Hey everyone, today I'm going to be walking through Jasper. Jasper and Copy.ai are both vendors in this particular space right now who are really battling against each other to try to be the winner. Now, the two of them are fairly similar in terms of use case, and there are just like smaller differences between the two platforms. So, what are some of the use cases where you might consider using Jasper? Well, they actually have this nice little carousel that kind of explains all the use cases that they want to cover. Now, I think what's particularly interesting is that Jasper has this Chrome extension so that you can generate social media directly in your social media platform. Same thing with emails. And also the art functionality is pretty cool as well. So one of the annoying things about both Jasper and Copy.ai is that they have this weird clause about not publishing anything that's actually in their platform. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did for Copy.ai. I'm going to try to generate something using the platform, and I'll come back and kind of show you what the results look like. So after looking at their product a little bit, one thing that I really like about their product is that they have just a bunch of templates. They do have a concept of recipes, which I think are a little bit similar to templates, and I did find that a little bit confusing, but there are just so many different things that you could skim through to get started. Now, what I wanted to do is try to write a blog post. Now, what I noticed about Jasper is that it does actually have a lot of different ways in which you could generate a blog post. You could have it come up with an outline, you could have it write a conclusion, an intro, and what I was doing is using the one-shot blog post generator. Now, I have a different video on my YouTube channel that explains prompt chaining, but my guess is that with this one-shot blog post generator, it's just going in one shot. You're not giving it as much information about what to write, so the results might not be as good as if you use some of their more step-through blog generators to first, generate an outline, then go in, create a conclusion, create an intro, all of that. But we're just going to do it simple for now. All right, so overall how it works is that you're able to put in a couple inputs to help Jasper come up with a blog post that matches what you want. So I put in a blog topic, and the good news is that I actually already wrote a blog about our newest feature coming out, customer lifecycle scoring. So I just took the intro paragraph that I had there to stick into this blog topic input. I also selected a persona. For us, our persona is growth teams, and then my tone of voice was casual, since I like writing more casual blog posts versus like super professional business speak. Now, what I've noticed that's a little bit different between Jasper and Copy.ai is it feels like Jasper is surfacing a lot more of the minutia around how you can toggle different things within GPT-3. Now, granted, I didn't go super deep in Copy.ai when I tried it out that first time. I just wrote a cold email, but it does kind of feel like it's surfacing a little bit more of what goes into impacting what your results might look like. Alrighty, so this is the blog that it generated for me, and I think it's actually quite good. What I find particularly funny is somehow it knew that customer lifecycle scoring is kind of a long name for a feature, and actually calling it CLS throughout the blog post. I thought that was pretty funny. And then reading through this, actually, it does describe what we do. It talks about how scoring is using propensity models, it's combining product usage data, and it also made up a lot of stuff that I didn't actually tell it about, like providing examples about how you might actually use our scoring model. So I think that's pretty crazy. The one thing I will caveat is that, for example, for my feature announcement blog post, I actually don't think I would necessarily use this, mainly because in our current blog post, the format that I've taken is introing the feature, then I talk about like the market trends, why we built it, all of that. And I kind of feel like by the time I've thought through that and like basically given Jasper all that information, I'm basically 50% of the way there on the blog post myself. But how I could see this being really useful is either if you're stuck and you want to kind of start from somewhere, or if I wrote out an outline of exactly what I wanted to cover and just had Jasper fill in the blanks, I think that would be really useful as well. So I think in general, GPT-3 is not going to replace people who write blogs that are actually generating kind of like new opinions and new thoughts, kind of like analyzing the market, stuff like that. But we'll see if GPT-4 is a little bit better at that. So that's it from me on Jasper. I think it actually looks like a great tool if you're a content marketer, you're in product marketing, you're writing a lot of content every day. I would love to use it. I just don't write enough content to have to pay $50 a month for it. But if that's you, I think Jasper looks like a great tool to try out. And I think over time, it will actually become one of those tools that everyone who's writing content is using. So it's great to just jump onto that trend early and start learning some of the best practices.
So I know it's hard to stay up to date with all the new SaaS products that are coming out literally every day. So I have a playlist that goes through all of the SaaS products that come through my feed that I think are interesting to kind of take a look at. So if you're interested in that or you think that would be helpful, go ahead and either click the subscribe button or check out that playlist.